I think people are finally starting to realize that Jordan Peele is one of the most overrated directors, producers ever. Him is the latest movies produced and totally not completely controlled by the ego of Jordan Peele. It starts Marlon Wayans, Trick Withers, Julia Fox, and that's about it. Withers plays the next GOAT of football, while Marlon Wayans plays a retiring GOAT. Withers gets invited by Wayans to train with him, and well, all hell breaks loose. I was actually really excited to see this film, and it wasn't because of Jordan Peele and that being a movie he produces, or it even being a football horror movie. For me, it was Marlon Wayans. I love seeing comedic actors take on a serious horror role. There's this famous quote that goes something along the lines of, "The only difference between horror and comedy is timing," which explains why some comedic actors do very, very well in horror movies. I love Marlon Wayans, and his Scary Movies and White Chicks movie are some of my favorite comedy movies and like my guilty pleasures of sort. I'm super excited to see Scary Movie 6, even though I'm anti-reboots and bringing back dead IPs. I just love the Scary Movies a lot, and it's my biggest guilty pleasure. The acting of Marlon Wayans in this movie is over the top at points, but it's like a good over the top, and it goes well with his character. I feel like if he was just an over the top person and losing his mind, so I thought it matched well with his acting. I thought the acting from the whole cast was pretty good for the most part, and a lot of the shots and music of this film were great. I like the idea of making a movie centered around football and what you have to do to be seen as the GOAT. I also like the small moment when Marlon's character gets mad at Withers' character, pretty much saying, "You're the QB, you get all the glory, and you get all the blame." I love that scene and interaction between the two actors. It's completely true, and if you want to be a GOAT of football, you can't be a QB who blames his team for playing bad. I also love the ending, and it was absolutely crazy and out of this world. The ending was by far the best part of this movie. But honestly, it was a little too late to save this movie. This movie tries too hard to come off as the next great movie that has this powerful message. I mean, this message is shoved down your throat from the first scene of this movie. If you want a movie with a powerful message, you have to be tasteful on it. You have to show the audience, and it has to be written between the lines. Peele loves to shove his message down your throat, and it ends up being too much and taken away from this movie. And I know people are going to say, "Oh, it's produced by Peele, he didn't direct it." Peele's the kind of guy whose ego will take over a movie. He completely ruins movies. He takes them on. He wants his message to be put in there. And there's nothing stopping him because he's producing this movie. The director's a no one. The director can't say no to him. There's a lot of cool shots and scenes where the main actor is losing his mind of sorts. Something's going on that's weird, but it doesn't result in anything. And it's just like really weird and just makes you uncomfortable for a second, but then you're like, well, nothing's happening. To be honest, this movie is just a lot of nothing, and it just ends up being boring. This movie is just meh the whole time, and you'll just remember it as a fever dream you had a couple years down the road. It's funny how Hollywood has really stopped saying that this is a Jordan Peele movie because of how much hate this film is getting, and they started actually using the real director's name. Poor guy. It's almost like Peele's ego couldn't handle it all. Thank the Lord Peele didn't get his hands on weapons, because he would have ruined it and put some kind of weird message that would have just taken away from the experience. Anyways, I'm giving this a 5.8 out of 10. At first, I thought I was going to give it a little higher because I just didn't know what to think. But honestly, after seeing other reviews, taking a night to think about it, it's a 5.8 out of 10. So what do you guys think of him? Was my rating fair? Comment below your thoughts. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe and leave a like. Goodbye, y'all.